remix them together.
Yeah, a fantasy remix.
Yeah,
Ye old remix.
Ye old we-stir.
What is Alright, guys, roleplay exercise. What is your character's go-to dance move if they are thrown into a dance circle?
The shopping cart.
Oh my god. Alright, Cyphus shopping cart. Kataros.
I think you would just cry and leave.
You
I gotta
can't.
be honest.
If you are
Shoved back in.
it's Tasha's hideous dance moves. You are compelled
God.
to dance. What is what is Kataros? What does Kataros perform?
Oh my god, it's gonna be like the fucking awkward white boy sway.
What does that mean? The sway?
You know exactly. You've been to a middle school dance.
Oh, okay, yeah. The guy who can't dance and isn't gonna try.
Exactly.
Garrosh?
I don't know dance names, I guess, or like common,
Yeah, like nicknames for
so,
dance
like,
moves.
I guess, yeah.
Orange Justice.
Wouldn't that be Cerelia?
Yeah, Cerelia does a robot.
Yeah, he does the robot, but then like catches Cerelia out of the corner of his eye, mean mugging him.
And just stops.
She's like, that's really rude, actually.
That's not funny.
That's
That's not funny.
we call that a bias incident.
Yeah, that was a microaggression.
Microaggression.
No, the way
It's really
no,
like,
no,
that's
no.
like-
You have to understand the way Garrosh does it, it's a macroaggression.
Yeah, he knows it's offensive and he's doing it anyway.
It's because he's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, macro.
Cerelia, what do you do?
I don't know the names of dance moves.
I was gonna say the robot, but better.
That's what I was saying.
Look up. Never mind. I was gonna go look up Fortnite dance moves.
Yeah, look at Fortnite dances. Shut the fuck up.
It's Cerelia default dance, but it's put her like her model isn't big enough to fit, so it stretches her model.
Oh no, like a sim.
Yeah, like a sim dog going to hug. It's horrifying. Good, you shouldn't like it. How are we feeling, everyone? We got our returning viewers. It's good to see you guys. A lot of our VIPs.
Yep. Are we
Visible?
starting now? Okay.
I thought the dance thing would be fun to move in through. All right.
We just conga line in.
Yeah. I could see it. I like that I put Tyrael on the map way far away from Garrosh, as if that would ever happen. Attach.
Just wait until it gets bigger.
Yeah. No, he's still gonna do that. It's just gonna be Garrosh, like, knees buckling, trying to hold up.
It's like holding a heavy backpack.
Yeah. Like a backpack that's, like, full, but not only full of, like, clothes, but genuinely heavy items.
Yes.
All right. As you guys approach the city of Caer Dineval, or I guess town should be a more appropriate term to describe it, you do notice very few things. Number one, it's Frozen Lake, or the frozen boats on the lake, signifying that this place hasn't had an easy of a time of fishing during this neverlasting winter. Or everlasting, never-ending. There are a few towns in the 10 towns that haven't had the same issue, but you can tell that from the way or at least how far it is from either side to any town, it's definitely not doing super well right now. And the patrons of this place, I guess the populace doesn't look too great either. A lot of them don't even come outside. You've arrived pretty early in the morning, and you can see Kataros standing atop the Caer, or at least aside the Caer atop the mountain. I think you saw him last session, so there's no need to perceive him, but he cannot hear you, as there is several hundred feet distance between you, and he is atop a rather high mountain, or mound. I don't really know what you would call it. Cliff? I guess would be a more appropriate word for it, as the Care is atop the highest hill in all of Caer Dineval. There is a few places. Do you want to give me perception checks? Cyphus, Garrosh, Cerelia. I don't remember who's got the good eyes.
I do.
His special eyes.
Special eyes.
Your Gojo 6 eyes.
Okay, only
But
got
yeah.
17.
You can perceive a 17. Yeah, that's. Don't say only got a 17 like it's the hard. Like, oh yeah, could have done better.
You and I both rolled a 17.
We're 17.
Oh my god.
17s. And we do a special high five.
17.
Throw
I'll
in there.
yeah.
My 17.
Well, you guys can see Garrosh from your honed vision, and Cerelia, your eyes shoot out like binoculars. As you surround the town in your... Oh, we got a donation from Matthew, who donated $1. Matthew said, hey guys, Money Man here. Not a lot of money today. That's fine. I just want to say thank you for making me smile during a hard time right now. Oh, unfortunately, my dog has cancer, and your streams have been uplifting more than usual. Matthew, I'm so sorry about that. We all love you. You have done more than enough, and I hope that your little guy or girl is pushing through and doing well. We dedicate this stream to her, unless something bad happens, in which case he or her can have the cooler next one. Whatever one that comes after this, that if it is bad or isn't, is that. But you guys are scanning over Caer Dineval with intent to search. You find a few different places labeled now because of the perfect sight you guys seem to fucking have, finding all of the few signs in the town. Ooh. I think this is... Yeah, okay, I got it. There is 3 things that you notice aside from the Care, which stands atop the giant hill. No need to perceive it when it's shoved in your face. But there are a few landmarks here. There is the uphill climb, which seems to be some sort of tavern or inn, the way that people are moving in and out. Oh my goodness. I Sell Cabbages has gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Cabbages. What is... thank you. I hope you guys have a great session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Deneb's Rest, which from the name you guys might be able to guess, and the proximity to it, that it seems to be some kind of inn of some kind. And a ruined watchtower, which does not have a sign pointing to it that says ruined watchtower. However, from the obvious blown away brick and overall disheveled look, it seems to be ruined. Do you guys want to travel to anywhere?
We
Yeah.
saw a Kataros off in the distance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Did you-
meet up with our boy.
Imagine if we just ignored him.
Yeah, fuck him
Shit,
for a
there's
sec.
Kataros. Anyway.
Yeah, you guys you guys climb your way up.
Yeah.
It's not actual climb, by the way. You are just moving there.
Okay.
Because I feel like he would get there first. Aster does arrive on time, ahead of schedule.
Halfway.
Sprinting.
Yeah, literally.
Cyphus taking the fucking scenic route.
Yeah. There we go. I do love Owlbear, but oh, how it does test me. All right. Yeah, literally. As you guys arrive at the Care, Kataros, you stand outside of it. Nick, it has been a while since you arrived here. But I don't believe I have memory of what you were up to at this very moment. In the morning of our Lord, fuck, where is it? I have my calendar. the morning of our Lord. The 24th of where were you on the 24th of Eliant? Was it 1486?
Don't ask a man his salary, a woman her age. Where
Kataros
Kataros was on the 26th of
Eliant. Or 24th.
Yeah, there used to be 2 watchtowers.
How does he greet them? I should say, it hasn't been too long. It's been about 2 days since Kataros has last seen his companions. How is this reunion hitting him?
He looks so relieved at the moment. And he comes out and greets everyone and goes, Gods, I am so glad to see you all again.
You too. What happened to you the past couple of days?
Well, he kind of starts and looks around the fucking depressed mess that is Caradin of all. And he goes, this feels like something that would be better over tea or coffee, but as you might have seen, nowhere will serve you here.
Well, that's great.
I was gonna say, does anyone pipe up when he mentions that? Or do you guys haven't been anywhere yet, right?
No, we arrived and saw Kataros and immediately came over.
Listen, Grant, it's like you're going to a new anime convention and you're like, ooh, I want to see everything, and then you spot that one fucking friend and you're like, oh, I gotta go slap that motherfucker.
I gotta go beat that guy up.
I gotta beat that guy.
And they go, dude, how have you been?
And then we're gonna go explore the new con together. That's what it's like. It's an anime con.
Cyphus, I love that Cyphus is so far behind. I was gonna say, as it's gotten steeper, he's gotten farther and farther behind them.
Yeah.
What if it's just Cyphus is just like weight training?
He's got fucking leg weights on.
Rocky leg weight.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get
Rock Lee
stronger.
like Rock Lee Dragon Ball like weighted clothing.
That's his wizard robe is weighted clothing. That's so real.
He just drops it and just goes into Blade Singer.
I was gonna say he drops it and it makes like an imprint in the snow, like it goes deep, like a few inches deeper into the snow than your foot. Cerelia, Cyphus, and Garrosh. I keep forgetting if Aster has here yet, or is here, or has shown up. Kataros has been gone for a while. Do any of you guys want to update him on what you've been up to?
I ran into a colleague.
Josie, you're so quiet. Let me turn you up.
Juicy.
Nice. How was that?
Sparks flew.
You say ran into an old colleague?
Yeah.
Yeah. In a literal
Into an old
sense?
flame.
Ran into an old flame, and let's just say that shit is still burning.
Added fuel to that fire.
Let's just say there's a whole big lump of coal in there.
Bucks.
Listen, let me tell you, that meal was spicy.
Cyphus sharing fringes of his romantic conversations, and by romantic I mean just straight lovely. Does Kataros respond in relation? I do want to know.
I'm so happy for you, or sorry that happened. I'm not quite picking up the vibes here.
Both. Both would be right.
Fair enough.
Well,
Oh, did you want to invite them in?
No, actually, let's go for a quick walk, not near this care. They don't have to go far. It's not like anyone is outside. They can go back to where Cyphus is climbing up the hill, so he doesn't have to walk.
We just take 2 steps away.
Yeah, as Cyphus finally gets up to where you guys are standing, and Kataros goes, "All right, guys, let's go down the hill."
Oh my god.
falls over.
You're here. Let's go for a walk.
I will say Aster is definitely probably really excited to see you and giving you the like, Kataros, it's so good to see you. Regaling him of the trials and tribulations, talking very briefly until you like usher them away from the care about wizards and transmutation circles and people eating weird, mysterious monsters. It's just a time and a half. All right. Kataros, you guide them down the hill away from Care, or I almost said Care Dinaval, but you're still in the same area. What is it that you're pulling them aside to share with them? I'm sure, is anyone curious enough to ask what this is about, or are you guys just trusting him at this point?
Yeah, I trust them.
And then he
Kataros
kills
is my
them all.
friend.
Kataros is my friend. Cyphus, any questions?
No,
Yeah, okay.
what about what Kataros has been doing?
Yeah. Or why he's
Or
pulling you guys away. He's like, hey, we should talk. Let's go over here, and then pulls you really far away from anyone who could be around.
I'd say, does this have to do with no one in the town serving us as well?
Kind of. Sort of, not quite. It'd probably be bad if any of them heard as well. So I'm just going to make this as abrupt as possible because you are very quickly going to see kind of what's going on in this town. So to sell it in short, there was a speaker. His name was Crannox Seaver. He's still the speaker, but he's not doing speaker stuff. He's trapped in a dungeon. This has been taken over by a cult.
Oh.
So kind of
I'm sure Aster has several questions, which he will definitely ask soon.
Hold on. Garrosh says, finally, some action.
Yeah, now some action?
I mean, we're gonna take out these cultists, right?
So I got certain word from someone that I should head this way. And right now, Cardinaval is being controlled by a cult called the Black Swords. Now, these people don't know that cult is in control of them, but I think, and hear me out here, that we let them keep this control just a little while longer. So you remember the Dwergar problem we're having?
Yeah.
I think the Black Swords might be a key in taking down the Dwergar. And that's not to say what I agree with the Black Swords or what they're doing, or what my master's doing, but it's something to keep in mind. I have a dinner with their leader later this evening, and I would like you all to join me. After all, we're in on this together.
Is the plan to use them and then ditch them? Have them help us with the Dwergar and then free the town?
Essentially, yes. They're not very good people. I can't say I feel too terrible about using them.
Amazing.
Do you
I
think
love
it's
it.
bad?
I love it.
What was that, Cyphus?
If you think it's for the best?
I'll be honest, I don't know what's for the best, but this seems like our best thing to do right now.
So is this like one of those dragons chess games where you're trying to take down one faction by using the other and then take them down later and then you come out on top?
I don't know what that is, but that is exactly what's going on.
Yeah, sure, whatever. All right. Do you want to share any info? Does anyone have any questions about the people inside or what you guys should expect? Or does Kataros want to share anything about the people inside or what they should expect?
do you guys have any questions, first of all? I know he kind of put a fucking weird plot line into your heads.
You could also just tell them about your past day here, or like the time you've spent here.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it would make more sense if you just chronologically told us what happened.
I need to take some notes.
Cerelia's got a little notepad out.
So Kataros is essentially going to explain what he's been through for the past day. Essentially, he was...
Oh,
Hello, Aster.
Aster, this is perfect.
Yo.
Aster, wait, before we start, should we TLDR it? Aster, you guys arrived in Caer Dineval. You found Kataros, and you guys got up to Kataros. You greeted him, and he was like, "Hey, haha, can we talk for a sec?" And then he pulled you guys
Grant,
aside. Yes.
Grant, I think it would be so much funnier if Tyler just gets the recount, and then we end with, "So this is why we should do this."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's actually hilarious. I would love that. Nick is going to share what Kataros has been up to for the past day to try and be like, "Hey guys, this is what we're dealing with." But all you need to know is Kataros has been in here in the Caer Dineval. Kataros, take it away.
He will share with maybe a little bit of an apology that he had to leave so quickly. He was, in fact, sent here by maybe more infernal means. As he was saying, the current speaker is currently locked away in a dungeon, so that's cool. Apparently he sucked anyways, so it's like not a super big deal, but like that's like the D plot, we'll deal with him later. Right now let's more deal with the fact that there's a cult kind of taking over this city and taking all the resources for themselves. However, there may be some infernal resources that kind of say maybe the cult's not a super bad thing if we want to deal with the Dwergar situation going on in the Icewind Dale. And you know how we kind of saw all those Dwergar outposts however long ago? They're going to be posing a very, very large threat to the Icewind Dale, and who knows how long. So potentially having these people, the Black Swords as they call themselves, on our side, alongside of Mr. Fisto, could be helpful.
So
None of this is said verbatim.
Do you outright say Mr. Fisto, like his full name, whenever you talk about him, or do you try your best to not name drop?
Kataros will say Lord Mephistopheles, he doesn't care.
All right.
What's he gonna do at this point?
Every time you say his full name.
It's like a full wince, like, you know, when you spray something or like a cat smells something it doesn't like.
It's that exactly.
Listen, I can't hear that without thinking about Cats 2019. Anyway,
What? Oh, fuck off.
Mr. Mistopheles.
Mr. Fuck.
So, in short, let's do what we can, use the Black Swords to help prepare an army against the Dwergar, and then kick them out of here, and maybe kick the old speaker out of here, because he kind of sucked too, and get these people the food and supplies they need. I have a meeting this evening that I've invited you all to, as I said prior. We need these people to really, really like us. And if I say anything that might sound concerning, don't worry about it. I have it all under control.
Okay.
Cyphus will squint at him.
I'm fine with this.
I'm a bit worried about the involvement of the man.
You mean Kataros' demon man, as opposed to your green man.
Yes. Quite the antithesis, really. But mainly, devils don't... I'll put this as plainly as I can. I don't really like the idea of working for a devil, even if it's one that you know. I the expression "the devil you know is better than the one you don't" doesn't counter in the fact that they're both devils.
You don't think I'm doing this because I want to, do you?
No, of course not. But
Wait, there's more than one devil?
well, yes.
Oh yeah, Nick. Does Kataros share what he knows about like the whole situation, or is he also like going to share things as they come along, as to not like over dump all the info on everyone?
Do they want insight? Like a roll?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to roll insight? See if Kataros is telling you the
Sure.
full story.
He's not trying to deceive you, but
It's very in character for Aster to be suspicious of this as well. Never mind. I rolled an @1, so I don't. Aster just takes this at face value. Okay.
It's been, you know what, Aster has doubted Kataros enough. He's gonna go ahead and trust him this time.
No, I've learned to understand that, you know, sometimes it is actually like we need to work with bad people sometimes to achieve our overall objectives.
Yeah.
And we can fuck them over later or something. But
Yeah,
the
fair enough.
point more being, it's not my job right now.
Yeah.
You know what? I should trust Kataros.
Ooh.
I rolled an 18 for insight.
ooh.
Kataros side eyes Garrosh with fear. Yeah, Kataros, what is your tell?
His tail twitches like crazy when he is lying or not entirely giving out all the information he knows.
Garrosh.
No, Garrosh just goes, I have a feeling there's more to this story than what you have said so far. But perhaps that is something that will come up later.
That is an important tool that we will bring up. That's a Mouska tool that will be helpful for us later.
Mouska
Regardless, this leader of the Black Swords is the expecting company. I imagine, unless that invitation of yours was open for more than one person.
She is. The soothsayer is a woman by the name of Hethel. I can only assume she's a tiefling, but I haven't met her yet. If you haven't figured it out by now, they are mostly tieflings in there. I have met a few humans, but they've mostly been people who used to work for the old speaker who are now kind of no longer working for the old speaker. This sounds worse the longer I speak about it, but no, we are going to...
Let's just say you're under new management.
You're saying everything that you need to say. You have them right where you want them.
Exactly. So I have dinner with Hethel, the soothsayer, this evening. I want you four to join me. 5. He looks at Tyrael.
Good.
I don't know what to expect from Hethel. I tried to get more information on her and I couldn't. There's 2 others that I've met. Kadroth, he's a crimson red tiefling, a bit stern, and another woman, Avarice, I believe is how you pronounce that.
Avarice?
Avarice.
Like like greedy.
Like greed?
Oh my god. Damn.
Listen, I need you to understand, I hate it because when you said like Kadroth, a crimson red tiefling, there's like a YouTuber I know whose name is Kadroth, and I just thought that guy?
You're like, it's him?
Like, it's just that guy?
What he used to do before I became a YouTuber.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was part of a cult.
Oh, you know, it happens.
And Avarice, who is a very interesting individual. I don't know if they'll be joining us as well. I assume they will be, but you'll probably see them when we go inside. Any questions before we go through with this?
How did you get this invitation?
He like bites his lip a bit and like looks at Aster.
And Aster just like is nodding furiously, like, go on. Got it.
Say it.
Yeah, you
Say
no.
how you got it.
Actually, no. Even more so, Aster sees the look in your eye and interjects. and just goes, "He doesn't need to explain himself. Has our friend not already done enough? He's trying to save us as well as the whole of the town. I think we should really hear him out and maybe question him on this."
Oh, no, I just want to know, like, do we have to dress up or something like that? I don't have a lot of other clothes.
It's not a bad idea. I don't know where we'd get more clothes.
Shopping spree. I have disguises. I don't know how I have 3 costumes, so.
Aster can change color. That's basically a disguise.
Do you?
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. You guys wanna dress up, or do you feel as though you need to dress up?
Kataros will discourage it either way.
Is it a formal party?
A very important distinction. Are you going to dress up, or do you feel that there is a need to dress up?
I'm going to dress like this. It's more like a business dinner.
Okay, business.
So like
Guys.
tabards and pants with like maybe a belt. You're not wearing like full armor, I guess.
Yes,
Oh, we
one
shouldn't wear
belt.
Again, up to you, really, how you want to
Are
do
we
any
not
of this.
swords for hire? Should we not, like, show up in our weapons and armor to show that we are formidable?
That's a
Well, maybe brush your hair out a little bit. I don't mean that as an insult. I've stuck my foot in my mouth here. Let me just. And he like cast prestidigitation. He like walks towards Aster. Do you let him clean up your hair?
Aster.
Aster pulls out a couple of leaves from his hair.
A couple of leaves.
Yeah. Some of them are just like stuck in there. He does kind of wince as he plucks out a couple because some of them were actually growing out.
Ah, okay.
It's hard for us to distinguish the two.
Alright, you know what? That's fine. Leave the leaves. They look great on you. But the only thing we really need to focus on for dinner is that we really need these people to like us. And we need them to agree to work with us. And Mephistopheles. And us.
What was that?
Sorry?
What was that part? The last part?
Oh, we need them to... But essentially, Mephistopheles tipped me off on this, as we all know. We need them to agree to work with him. Now, they are
With
already
him on
devil
what?
worshippers, so it's not like we're doing much. And I don't know the end plan. I don't know why Mephistopheles wants these Dwergar gone. But that's not necessarily something I disagree on him with. The Dwergar haven't exactly been welcome in the Icewind Dale. And once we can get these people out of here, we can restore Caer Dineval.
But what happens to them after? We're just leaving them in the care of a devil? Kataros, you really had me for a moment there. You're getting to maybe see some holes in your plan.
Well, I think maybe we could take them away from Black Swords and make them see better. And they don't have to keep worshipping a devil afterwards. I'm sure we could try to convince at least some of them, but obviously I've met a warlock before. They're stubborn. They want power.
Would this plan work if they worshipped Sylvanas instead?
A different cult.
You know, we could ask them once we get done with all the Dwergar calling.
Dwergar calling.
But an important part of this is, in fact, them committing themselves to Mephistopheles. I don't feel good about that, Kataros. I'm sorry.
I want to imagine you're, like, gentle parenting him. Okay, friend.
Okay, friend. Well, you know.
Grant just informed me, and this was a fault on my part.
Well, no, I was gonna say they don't. It's not. It's more of a bonus. That's kind of like the bonus objective. But getting them to follow you is definitely still the objective.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's more like a.
By
They
by
can do whatever the
proxy,
fuck they want.
you can
We're all for here.
you can convince them that you follow their thing. They are. Kataros knows that right now the people of the Black Sword are currently under the impression that he follows their god, their lord, and I mean, Kataros hasn't disproven them, but any kind of allyship and doing the other, convincing them to follow Mephistopheles would definitely give Meph greater reach over them. But he definitely is like, that's more of a bonus objective,
I see, secondary.
It would definitely help, but it's not necessary to complete the plan. TM.
No, I will say, I mean, y'all probably already figured this out. Kataros doesn't exactly care to give Mephistopheles that leg up. That was just a misspeak on my part. They do not need to follow him.
Cool.
And specifically, we're not trying to convert people.
Great, then yeah, Aster has no problem with this and is back on board and back, like, very aggressively trying to help Kataros.
All right. Would Kataros like to lead them into the care?
Is everyone ready? Any more questions? No, we're good to deal with this cult.
Kataros, will you be doing the majority of the talking?
Kataros, you got this, right?
This is important. Is Kataros intending to do the majority of the talking?
Well, I think you all have insightful insights, I guess. But, I guess just let me handle the more business side of things.
Alright, I cast Enhance ability on you.
Oh.
I'll choose Charisma, because probably persuasions and shit.
Thanks.
How long does guidance last?
That's a good question.
Guidance is like a minute or until it's used up, whichever comes first.
All right.
Yeah, it's only a minute. Okay, cool. I'll stand very close to Kataros so I can lightly tap it.
Enhance ability is an hour, so
Oh yeah,
we
no,
gotta get
enhance ability
going.
we're good on.
Yeah, but we gotta get going.
It was a good idea. Let's go.
And make sure you stay with me to grab onto the kindergarten line or whatever it's called. The line leader rope.
Oh my god.
Yay!
All right, you motherfuckers, get in that red circle. You love getting in that red circle. Get this fucking Among Us out
I
of
was
here.
literally about to say I love it.
No.
I think it should come with us.
Yeah. Your guys aren't sus enough.
Can I adopt it?
The fuck out of here. All right. Moving on to the care. You guys arrive. Wait. I do need to. Ooh. Put you guys down.
What?
Kataros is here. Let me see. Where are you,
Let you
motherfuckers?
guys fall down Lion King style.
Wait. I forgot that I have you guys sized differently sometimes. Oh. Why'd you pull him away? Cyphus steals Cereal. Real. It's like when you're... What?
I meant to grab Cyphus.
Oh.
Must have been overlaid or something.
Kataros, as you approach the care, oh god, I forgot the title of it, the name of it, it's the partition of Ironrot Gate. The portcullis pulls up without any notifying of guards or anything. You are let in, and the gates open up. You guys pass through. Let me see. Into the snowy courtyard. Up here. And I'll uncover it as I'm going. Because I'm smart and I can read and do that in everything. Because I'm a big boy who can read. Footprints in the snow lead to various doors along the courtyard's perimeter, including a tall double door to the keep, with its unwelcoming row of arrow slits and barred windows on the upper floor. To the east of the double door is a small single-story building with a slanted snow-covered roof. West of the double doors are 2 unused merchant stalls with torn canopies tucked under some icy stairs in the northwest corner. And along with that, in the northwest corner, is a slender wooden hut with a crescent moon carved into a flimsy door. And now I can remove this fill. No, I can't. I keep forgetting brush is what I'm looking for. As you also can see, and Kataros may look... I don't know, does Kataros give them a once-over of the place? Like a general, here's this, etc.?
Oh my god, tour time. I think the only locations Kataros really explored was like the main building up here. But do you guys want to see the kennel? The dogs are really nice.
Doggos?
Puppy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going into the dog kennel?
Let's see some dogs.
Get up in here! Get out!
Dog doing.
Approaching the little barn, you guys can see that there is a little dog kennel with 6 sled dogs, and inside, cleaning the kennel, is a boy no older than 9 years old.
Kataros will call out to him and go, this is Alisar. Alisar, these are my friends.
Oh boy! I should note, Nick and I have talked about all this in text. We have not once. This kid's 8. He walks up and goes, "Oh boy, Mr. Kataros, it's good to see you, my lord." And he holds his hand out as if expecting something. Kill him. Who said that?
What?
That's what Call Me said.
Oh my god.
It's good to see you, Mr. Kataros. He holds his hands out expectingly as the dogs, all riled up, also line up aside him in the barn window, like putting their paws up front.
Oh my god.
Kataros will smile at the young boy and just kind of go, "Oh, is that really how you ask?" It's kind of definitely more playful than it is like chiding him.
Yeah, he lowers his hands as if to be like, "I'm so sorry," and being like, "Please, just a little bit."
Yeah, he'll hand him a ration.
He takes it, and as soon as he goes to bite it, he's got like little small pieces of ration. The dogs begin using their noses to pry open his grip to try and steal their tongues, kind of slipping under his fingers, and he's like, "No, this is mine! This is mine!" And they all like tackle him, trying to pull the ration out of his hand as he's got at least one mouthful. But in the most playful sense, he is covered in dogs now.
That's how I want to go, Grant. That's how I want to go.
Yoinks these two up here. As you guys are, walking about the kennels, you hear the front gate open as a crimson red tiefling steps out, and goes, "Oh, Sir Kataros, you're back."
I don't think I told you I was expecting company. I didn't know I was expecting company, but I'm sure you won't mind if they join us for dinner.
He looks a little agitated at the sight of multiple. I believe in your stories you may have regaled tale of them at least in company. Had you? Because you did tell Kadroth a few stories of Dwergar slaying.
Yeah, I don't think he ever said the word Sunseekers.
No, and that would mean nothing to him. But does he know? Did you tell the story as if it were a Kataros story, or did you tell the story like it was like, "Oh, me and my team"?
Yeah, me and the fellas.
Me and my team.
Okay.
It was
Kataros and the boys. This must be your company then. I've heard quite the story of the 4 of you. he looks around. I assumed that there was 5, but surely the little one passed along as you were traveling? It happens in the Icewind Dale. If anyone is curious... Yeah, he does believe Ronaldo has passed on, as there was no story of dropping Ronaldo off anywhere.
Imagine if we just don't tell him.
Yeah. Well, I hope his death was painless. Anyway, the speaker is ready for you.
The speaker?
The soothsayer.
I was very alarmed for a second.
Yeah.
I see what you did
Soothsayer and speaker are all but the same word, just in terms of firmness of how you talk to someone.
I see what you did there, you
Fuck you.
sly old dog.
Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Would you like to follow me?
Yeah, Kataros will make sure everyone's good, and if everyone's good, let's go.
Alright, alright. He leads you guys in. There are... Yeah, if you guys just want to dump your characters in here.
Your coin slot.
We're going in blind.
Become ungovernable.
Yeah.
Reach.
There are a few guards in here. I did want to throw in. I just got them too. Oh no, they're not named. That's why I was like, why do I not see them?
Damn. Guess your mom didn't love you.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude!
As you guys step in, there's a lot of stuff I had to do right there. This is... What fucking area? Okay. The once grand hall is dimly lit by chandeliers that are missing most of their candles. 3 long tables at the center have been joined into a giant U-shape at the center of the hall and littered with dirty dishes, or at least they were, which the young tiefling had cleaned out and is now placing new ones. A stone staircase ascends to a pair of 20-foot-high balconies that hug the wall. On the north landing, directly across from the main entrance, hangs a banner depicting the town's heraldry, a stone watchtower on a dark blue field with a horizontal red fish facing the right under the tower. And time to unveil it. Which is annoying because it's such an odd shape. But went. And then I can erase the rest. You see that inside are the aforementioned tieflings, one that you had just become acquainted with, and the other which Kataros mentioned. At the end of the table is Hethel Arkoran, the soothsayer of the Black Swords. Surprised as everyone is, the chef who's putting out the dishes now looks to Kataros and waves to him in a hello, as the guards stand by and Kadroth takes his place at the table seat aside Hethel. As everyone walks in, there is a deafening silence before Hethel gestures with no words for you 5 to sit down. Or 6, I guess would. So the question is, does Tyrael get a baby chair, like a booster seat?
Would they offer one?
Absolutely, I believe.
Then yeah.
Okay. Take your seats. Caro gives a welcome to Caer Dineval. Tonight you will be having. He looks over to Hethel and it goes, spiced knucklehead trout with rabbit stew and a lichen seaweed mixture salad. Hethel gags at the sound of it. He walks up to Kataros and takes one of Kataros's hands in both hands, and he goes, good luck, Kataros. All they could fish for us was trout, so she may not be in the best of moods.
It's fine. We'll make it work. Actually, Hethel, if you don't mind me offering, I could certainly make that trout taste like anything you like.
She waves a hand. Trout is trout. It'll still feel like it, and my brain remembers the taste well and fine. Like, Caro gives you the, like, like, white guy, like, closed lips smile of, like, good luck. He turns to the rest of you and goes, hello all, I am the chef of the care. It was nice meeting you. Or, good luck. And he, like, half rushes back into the kitchen. And Hethel gestures for you guys to see. Go ahead and pick your seats. Aster, not Aster, sorry. Kataros, can you give me an insight check on avarice?
She's greedy.
That is going to be a... Right, +5 for that. 14.
Walking in, your visage gave her some kind of delight. As soon as it was gathered by multiple bodies and surrounded, she became much more twisted and clearly upset. If not like a child who's just gotten their toy taken away for a tantrum that they did not need to have. She stabs her fork into the table, leaving it there standing upwards as the prongs have ripped through the wood. And she looks away, almost in a,
Does she want that Kataros, or like what's?
Shut the fuck up. Go ahead, take your seats, guys. Except Aster, who's already been sitting.
Yeah, they said take a seat, and Aster has like, for context for everybody else, where I'm at in this situation, Aster is, if anything, quite acutely aware he's not very good at talking to people. And this seems like it's a really important time for everybody else to be good at talking to people. So Aster is just doing literally whatever anybody tells him to do and shutting the fuck up. Afraid that anything he might say could ruin this. But yeah, so they take a seat, and like before she, like whoever says that finishes their sentence, Aster is like walking over to sit down.
Hethel raises a hand, and the guards depart, leaving into the towers aside. The rest of you are encouraged to begin eating, as Avarice plucks her fork out of the wood of the table, and Kadroth very carefully takes his knife, using his pointer finger as pressure for the blade to cut into the trout. Hethel gags as she begins eating, choosing to pick at the other food before anything else.
Oh, you know what? I forgot I had something.
Yeah? Kataros.
I'm trying to find where it is. I have a magic item.
That's fair. Kataros. You feel something wrapping around your tail very lightly.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Do you move to check, or
It says hello. Hello?
Yeah, he'll definitely pull his tail away and look to see what's going on.
Avarice suddenly whips you along the back where the chair opens up, and you could see her wince in a little bit more of agitation, almost like she's mad at you for not catching on that she was trying to be playful, or at least divert your attention from your friends, but
Yo, footsies? Tails?
Tailsies. But after she whips him, she continues eating, and like looks at Kadroth like, isn't the trout absolutely terrible tonight? And he goes, I think it's quite good, if anything. Almost like she's trying to get a rise out of him, but he also won't play into her weird delusional fights of grandeur through subtext, and chooses not to play her game, being like, Caro has done an excellent job on dinner, as he always does. And Avarice, like faux gag, sticking her tongue in her mouth, like, ugh.
food bad?
Cyphus, you are eating food that you would have probably paid a fair amount for in Waterdeep. This is probably some of the best food you've had while staying in the Icewind Dale, if I'm being completely honest.
And it's a new type of knucklehead trout.
Yeah.
Add it to the collection.
Yeah, the flavor profile.
Yeah. Cyphus is gonna try every type of knucklehead trout. Every preparation method.
This is your One Piece journey.
In all of Lackdenshire and in the... Oh god, what the fuck is it called?
You're the one that does the fishing side quest and gets 100% completion.
Yeah.
Let's go fishing.
Shut up!
I thought we already knew Cyphus was trying to try all the different meats.
Yeah. This is spiced trout. We haven't had this yet.
Fair enough. I don't know why.
Side quest.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's basically his background, so.
Oh, it's there's 3 big lakes, and I was gonna say you can try 3 different kinds of trout. Trout from Mare Dolden, trout from Lackdenshire, and trout from the Redwaters, and then you will have technically completed the rounds.
I'll shoot for it.
After a few minutes of eating and nobody saying anything, Hethel finishes her meal early and snaps her fingers. Kadroth and Avarice both look to her and then look to each other in disbelief, as Hethel's like, "Go on." Avarice complains, but, and she retorts with a, "But nothing." Kadroth, "I insist, ma'am, please at least..." "No! Both of you, out!" Avarice, again, like a spoiled child, makes a rough go of it, and throws her glass to the ground, smacking it behind. Announcing to the room, but obviously more so to one person, that she'll be in her room, and if anyone needs me, and gives like the side puppy dog dramatic eyes to Kataros before stepping off and heading down to her room. Kadroth stands up and goes, "All right, thank you for the meal. I'll be in my quarters," and heads off. When it is Hethel alone in the room with you 5, she asks, specifically to Kataros, but more so to the rest of you guys, what is it that's brought you here to Caer Dineval?
I had something to discuss with you. Something of the matters of the war that's going to be going on that I think you might find quite interesting.
The war. There's nothing that you could tell me that I could find interesting, lad. I've seen it all. But go ahead, amuse me. Share your overwhelming intensity of information.
What if I told you I could provide you with a powerful ally?
Kataros, whether or not we are ally or enemy in the coming war, we will face his wrath all the same. Now it is that you'd wish to work with us, the Black Swords, he who serves Mephistopheles.
Kataros swallows at that. He's going to stand and take the short sword out of his pack and put it on the table in front of her.
My God, this isn't, is it?
It's Chardolin.
I see. She picks up a blue Chardolin sword, the grip, of course, like I've said, ornate and beautiful, wrapped in black leather. It is perfectly defined. It's almost like it's been cracked out of the Chardolin. It's been dug out. She holds it up, and her grayed-out eyes open wider than you've seen them go all night. This is fantastic. This could change everything. Truly the future I've seen. It's one that only could be. You 5 are the 5 who will challenge Zordok. Whether you win, that is truly for the fates to decide. She looks at the 5 of you with her very clearly blinding eyes, or like eyes that are blinding, not they blind you. They're losing sight. Is the
Yeah.
But you 5, you're not ready. You will die if you face Zordok now. No, you must test your mettle against the horrors that haunt the farthest reaches of the Dale before you can even hope to survive him. And as she's saying this, Tyrael becomes uneasy, more so than he's ever been with Garrosh. And there is a bit of a struggle. I don't know, would you try and hold him down if he tried to get away from you?
A little bit.
All right, give me.
Just continue.
Yeah, I would say give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm actually good at those.
To Tyrael's dismay.
Yeah. It's a 23.
Oh my god. Tyrael begins opening his mouth and not biting at you, but kind of doing what cats do when they want to be set free. He's not growling, but he is hissing a little bit. His scales have gone up like goosebumps, and something is audibly scared. Not audibly, but something is obviously scaring him. Ethel gives it like, even the boy can tell. You must head north before you are ever to head south. Zordok's Sunblight awaits, but he does not need much more time. She turns to Kataros. He has not told you, has he, of where this all leads back to?
I'm sure you know as much as I do how secretive these devils can be.
Oh, I
He
know
hasn't told me a thing.
all too well. You should fear his name. Your less than terrified reactions to his name show me a clear idea of how much of the dark you've been kept in. His name is Zordok Sunblight. He's a Dwergar warlord. He will conquer the Icewind Dale in many of the futures that I've seen. He plans not only to take it over, but to destroy it, to rend it to the ground. He wants this everlasting rime to be the Dwergar's homeland. Do you guys have questions? She starts looking off into the distance southward, as if she sees something. Kataros, do you have any questions or following anyone else?
He doesn't have a question, but he'll chime in and will, for the first time, like, speaking tonight, especially amongst the crowd, will say, I know one thing for certain. I will do everything within my power and that beyond me to stop the everlasting rime.
She looks at Aster and has like an odd expression, as if she's inspecting something, but chooses not to say something, clearly at a lack of energy, less a lack of words. Kataros?
Ethel, how long do we have?
Not long. She makes a disgruntled face, as if she's too sad to deliver the news of the time. Not long at all. She stands. You can see she sits on a peg leg with one leg and a regular foot for the other. She grabs a cane from the side, as she's carrying the sword. If you do intend to make an ally of the Black Swords, you have to swear to me that no harm will come to them or the other followers. Only then will I grant you a gift. And she...
Cross your fingers behind your back.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's she walks over to you, Kataros, and she presses the blunt end of the blade, like the handle of the blade, into your chest, almost like she's poking you to make sure that you're listening and that you're being honest with her. As old
That's where the
people.
Chandelier is, so I kind of want to imagine it just like makes like a hard
Yeah.
rock sound. Oh,
Oh.
Right.
Is the teeth equivalent tying your tail in a knot behind your back?
Oh my God.
Would Kataros say anything to her or give in to her demand?
I'm more than willing to work with you, and I will.
Mm.
The people of Caer-Dineval, they're suffering. Is there nothing we can do?
Everyone in the Icewind Dale is suffering. The only suffering that we can truly prevent are the ones that we have time for. The time for famine and saving us from it is long gone. If you want to save people from future starvation and suffering, well, you could kill this wretched god that plagues these lands. But we haven't the time for that now, for a new, greater threat looms over the 10 towns.
Has anyone yet tried to kill the Frostmaid?
Oh, sure, many have tried. But I emphasize try. The reason you don't hear of them, the reason their praises aren't sung, is simple. They failed. Just as you 5 might. And she walks back towards, I guess, the stairwell and looks up at the flag of Caer-Dineval. Does anyone else want to inquire? What?
Perhaps knowing where they failed and where they went wrong could aid us. And yes, of course, they clearly didn't succeed as we were still in this mess, but it must be possible.
Oh, I'm sure we could do wonders learning of the failings of others. But that's just the problem with death. It is impossible to know where you went wrong and share that information with the living. If you find a corpse along the way, you could perhaps ask them. She laughs, her laugh growing weaker as she goes on into a cough. She almost falls to her knees, actually. I don't know if anyone feels the need to stand up and help her, but you can.
I don't know that he can catch her. He's not very
No,
strong.
you can.
But seeing her start to fall, he will like kick his chair back and go towards her.
Kataros, you four.
Thank you, Aster.
As she leans over and she starts falling towards him. Swordhawk, his fortress. It's a fortress on the surface, hidden in the spine of the world. It contains, among many horrid things, a forge powered by the still beating heart of the red dragon. I do not know what he crafts, but it is terrible. You will need all the help you can get. And with that, she dies in your arms.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh my God.
Her body falling limp.
The only reason I'm laughing is because I could really do something fucked up right now.
Oh my God.
I have spare the dying.
No. It's just death. Like
I have-
like heart stop. Old. No, but I'm talking old people death. This I don't think.
I know. That's why I was saying.
But yeah, you
Old person
keep her
death.
going for as long as possible.
Yeah. But no.
Does Spare the Dying work on
No,
death
I
from
don't think
old
Spare the Dying
age?
would.
No, I want.
Revivify. Revivify would, but it would also kind of just bring her back to whatever she was before.
We got like a day before, like Psyche K.
Yeah, whatever.
Spare the Dying.
Exactly. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Apparently, it only work. It does not work on death from old age because it only works on living creatures with hit points of 0. Okay, so it actually wouldn't even work because she wasn't down. She was straight dead. As soon as she dies, not even Avarice, just Kadroth appears from his study. He approaches and does not scold nor suspect, just goes, so she finally kicked the bucket. Well then, and he approaches her dead corpse, and rips the necklace from her still dead corpse. He claps his hands twice and goes, "Guards!" To which 2 guards appear, and they go, looking around, go, "Yes, Lord Kadroth." And he goes, "Dispose of her body." To which they rush over, pick up the dead corpse of Hethel, and leave the room.
It's like a Monty Python sketch.
Well, Kataros, whatever your discussion may have been, I'm sure it was life-changing. Feel free to roam about the care. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. If you need the service of the Black Swords, you may always find us at the care. And may live us to serve you well. Unsure, obviously, of whether Kataros is leaving or not, he invites you to finish your meal if you'd like, and that many things must be attended to now that Lady Hethel has passed, but he seems all but too excited to carry on work, now as the acting leader of the Black Swords.
Fair enough.
I do want to know how Kataros feels about the past 30 seconds.
I don't think his face has changed from shocked from the death to Kadroth coming out. And then going back in, and he finally rights himself, like, once he is gone, and finally stands up and dusts the old lady off of himself.
Yeah, the dried blood, probably. Kataroth, did you want to ask Kadroth anything as he's getting everything cleaned up? I took him out way too fast.
You know, we do have a cleric. We could perform a proper service.
Oh, no. She lived a long and wonderful life in service to Levistus. It was all, above board, But thank you. No, I very much appreciate your offer. It's wonderful of you to offer such careful services. But no, we are okay. Thank you.
The very least I could do is perform some type of ceremony.
No, we will be taking care of her in our own way. I want everyone to know in the TV version of this episode. No, I'm joking. I was gonna say it will cut and it's just her body being thrown off the edge of the care. Hydrate. Fuck you, Haley.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
You do it to feed yourself. I've got you all locked in a room.
Listen,
You can
I'm
only.
thirsty after
I've
seeing
got-
that.
I've got 12,000 stars and I want to use them.
Fair enough. Do you have any? Does anyone else have any questions for Kadroth?
I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing to say. I'm too stupid for this.
Oh, Garrosh, can I have another dex saving throw as you witness the death of this poor woman?
Ah, okay. Okay, this time I roll a 24.
Jesus Christ! Tyrael's given up. Tyrael's too tired to try and escape your grasp right now. He's calmed down. His zoomies are over.
Oh, okay.
He has stopped resisting, and now he lays on your shoulder exhausted. He's panting, but he's not like dying. He's just tired from overdoing it.
Damn, didn't know there was a fucking trigger word. Gotta be careful around that shit now.
The sleeper agent.
Yeah, sleeper Teriel.
Winter dragon.
I should note, this is probably... It's been an hour or two since arriving in Caer Dineval. It is now, I would say, 11 or 12. It's peak day, dawn, dusklight. If you do have any questions, I will take them, but Kadroth will deliver something to you. If you don't have anywhere else to go, he'll offer. The Caer is more than welcome more than happy to have you as its guests, Levisby. But if you have time, that is. He is unabashedly sharing the fact that he eavesdropped in for a fair amount of the conversation. You don't know what amount he eavesdropped in for, but I heard that Hethel wanted you to travel northward. I can only assume she wants you to go to the Sea of Moving Ice for what is up there. Something to stop Zordok.
You make it sound like you know what's up there.
I've heard speak of what is up there, the rumors, if they are to be true. Something of great power lies on an island far above in the Sea of Moving Ice. How you would attain it, how you would get there even. I am speechless, wordless, thoughtless. But that is why I intend to stay here for a solid amount of time. I don't believe I'll be moving up there, so I'll leave figuring that out up to you. But if you need somewhere to stay the night, please feel free. If you plan to leave the Caer, people from town may ask you questions about what you see and hear. It is imperative that you keep up the delusion, the deception that Cronach is okay and alright. If you are to be questioned about him, I ask that you go along with the well-known lie that he is just sick. He's oh so very sick. For those who do not know, the town of Caer Dineval believes that their speaker, Cronach, where the fuck is his last name? It's tough.
Siever? S-E or S-I-E-V-E-R?
They believe that Cronach Siever, a human and speaker of the town, is just sick. If you are asked about him, tell of his description, say that he's been ill for, and will continue to be ill. He's been ill for months, as they believe it to be.
I thought you said Sievert, like the unit of radiation.
No. Yeah, he's got radiation poisoning.
Yeah, that's why he's sick.
He's got chronic Siever. Basically, Kataros asked that you keep up the public charade that Cronach is sick, as to stop people from growing restless and demanding to see him. Do you guys want a place to stay, or do you want to depart soon?
What time is it? I guess
It is afternoon.
Midday, right? Yeah.
No, let's fucking go.
All right.
I'm so down to find some ancient great power. Let's go!
Yeah, dude, I'm all about ancient and great powers.
I know, and I'm excited. All right.
He'll drop by Avarice's room real quick and give her the 411.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by yourself?
Yeah, well, that is a question.
By yourself?
Do you sneak up? Okay, so Kataros knows that if he starts walking somewhere, he might get followed. Does he try and sneak away? I will say, Kadroth does offer anything that they have on their not person, but in their armory or anything that you guys may want, you are treated as members of the Black Sword when you are in this care. If there is any supplies that you guys may want, now is the time to acquiesce them.
Yo, Garrosh was like, Aster, let's go see if they got anything good.
New armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
So Kataros can sneak away by himself.
Yeah, just give me 10 to 15 minutes, guys. It's fine.
Maybe 10. She's kind of hot.
Oh my god.
For armor, they only have light and medium armor with one set of ring mail. As for weapons, they have stuff that you would only find in rural locations. You know, daggers, hand axes, maces, spears. A great axe or a great sword, maybe, but they are not very well taken care of. Anyway, Kataros, you go downstairs. You descend into the
Can I
underground.
make one joke before we cut to
Go for it.
Aster goes, "What the fuck? Why did you make us look at this, Garrosh? These are like normal as shit."
Where did Kataros go?
It made it sound like there was had some good equipment down here.
Do you guys actually? Are you guys in?
in?
Do you guys need anything, Garrosh? They do have like whole fucking stock of arrows, and they have at least like 100 to 200 pre-made arrows in their armory. If you want to take any.
I would probably just take arrows.
They also,
to resupply myself.
by the way, crossbow bolts. They have bowstrings, quivers, etc.
I'll take some crossbow.
Okay. How many? There is well over 300 here.
Crossbow or crossbow bolts?
Bolts. Oh, do you want a crossbow?
Yeah, I don't have a crossbow. That's what I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Garrosh, they have a set number of crossbows, but if you give me a good persuasion check, I'll let you just have one. It's a heavy crossbow.
Oh yeah, I'll try.
One of you approach one of the. Ooh, where is it?
I am rolling hot today. I got a 19.
Jesus, yeah, Garrosh is just chatting it up today. You can see that there are. Where is this? Who the fuck is in here? Oh, what the fuck? Where are their names? Oh, well, there are two cultists that are sitting up in the guard towers. One of them is... Oh, okay. Here it is. Fel Supara, a tiefling, and Howrwar Mulfoon, a human. They're fighting about something, and as you approach, you can see that Howrwar, or Mr. Mulfoon, is holding a crossbow, while Fel Supara is carrying a longbow. And you can see Harwar's... You don't understand. Crossbow is far superior. And she goes, I don't want to hear that shit. Longbows forever. And as you approach, they give you like a, what do you think? Both at the same time.
Well, they both got their uses, but of course, there was always a superior weapon. Well.
Do you not choose a side?
No, I'm trying to convince the guy to get me a crossbow.
Oh,
okay. Well, I have been lacking a crossbow lately. I'm actually been looking around for one. I kind of missed the heft of it.
Oh, it's a great heft. You really feel the arrow take off when you fire it.
Yes, and there's certainly no replacement for that. The sound it makes when you have loaded and fired.
Heavy agree. Oh, sorry, I forgot he's Irish. Irish got it.
He's Irish.
Heavy agree.
Irish.
He's Irish. My heavy crossbow. Do you ask him for it, or are you just?
Yeah, no. I literally told him like, well, I've been told that we might be going on a rather difficult journey. Like I said, haven't had a crossbow in a bit. My last one, unfortunately, was taken from me by a monster.
I'm so sorry to hear. Well, for your travels, I wish you luck in the name of our Lord. He See, here's the thing. Do you want to intimidate or persuade him?
No, I want to persuade him.
All right.
I'm getting chummy with him.
Okay. You stick around after he gives you luck, and he gives you a. Well, is there something I can do?
Oh, actually, I was wondering, perhaps if I could borrow yours.
My crossbow.
Yes.
You want to borrow my crossbow?
Yes. I was actually looking through the armory. I couldn't find one.
Ah, we have a very short amount. Give me persuasion. If you roll hot, I'm gonna.
That's still pretty good. I got a 16.
Ah, okay. Ah, well, if it is for our Lord Levestus, if it's for our Lord, then I guess luck wouldn't be enough. I give you my blessing. And he hands over the crossbow, very reluctant, but seeing as you seem far more important to figure, someone who is going to travel and do mission instead of just defend, you're in much more dire need of it than I. And he hands you the heavy crossbow.
Much appreciated, my fellow. Not worry, it will be put to good use.
It's a family heirloom.
Yeah, it's a D10 damage. It's a regular heavy crossbow.
Yeah, it's still nice.
It's still pretty good. All right. Kataros. You move downstairs very quickly. It is sorry. The downstairs area is, where is it? A cistern. As you go downstairs, oh, actually, I moved you into the wrong area. It's actually down here. In the watchtower that you pass through. There is what you can see. Is he... Yeah. Stone steps descend into the icy water that partially floods this 20-foot wide arched tunnel, which continues eastward into darkness. The roof arches 12 feet above the water, which is 8 feet deep. A rowboat tethered to the water's edge looks safe to use. Did you want to look into the water?
Yeah, he's a little taken aback. This is accessible by rowboat.
Here, I'll give you guys a little peek at it. Here. This is where you are right now. Over in this area. But
I see.
I believe her room is... Oh my god, you might actually have to do a little rowing. Yeah, you have to do a little rowing. Unless you want to walk along a sheet of ice.
He Misty Step, or it might be too far away, actually.
There's no... Oh no, I guess you could. If you gave me a good enough perception check. It's along the wall is where the entrance to the several other areas is. But it's very dark. And it's probably like 50 feet, 40 feet out.
Guess who has dark vision?
So true.
It's okay, he only got
So you want...
five.
I mean, I was going to say, you wouldn't have disadvantage, but... Alright, yeah, no, you can't find a good place to land. There's enough ice covering it that you can't get a good vision of it. You, getting into the rowboat, look down into the water below, and see that there are 6 human corpses and 6 dwarf corpses, all drowned and left to die, or bodies left to be unfound, or just to permeate this area.
These corpses look like the guards.
Absolutely, these are the guards that rebelled.
Oh, what? Nice. He's gonna look up and keep going.
Oh, that's wonderful. Anyway. All right.
Heppel's down there.
Yeah, you sail into the area you know her to be. You can hear her humming. First, you enter a small box room. Frost covers the floor of this dark 15-foot square room. To your left and right are now narrow tunnels, and across from the entrance stands an 8-foot-tall pillar of ice with a horned, pale-skinned humanoid figure trapped inside of it. The pillar is wrapped in black chains, and a wall behind it is covered in brown fungus. Do you want to give me religion?
Yeah. Ooh, 11.
All right. You notice that this is a shrine to Levistus, an effigy made by the cultists. To your, I think, right. The room to your right. Yes. This room is the private quarters of the albino tiefling who sits at the small desk in the dark, writing in a book with white leather cover. An ink-black crow perches on one of her horns and seems to read along with her scrivening. Without taking her eyes off the page, she says to you, "Kataros?"
I'll be honest, I'm surprised you weren't eavesdropping, but with how hard it was to get here, I think I understand now.
I pay no mind to the dribblings going on around here that Kadroth pays much more attention to. I have my own reasons for being here, truly. She's dead, isn't she?
She is, and how do you know she was going to die?
She only told us hundreds of times that she was going to die soon. She said she had one more thing to do, and considering you were the first group of people she met, I figured this was going to be it. She predicted your arrival so many times, but I wasn't expecting it to be you. Or them. But I'm glad it was. And she stands up, the crow kind of hopping onto her desk. She stands and starts to walk over to you, being like, "Is this how you're answering my request for similar lodgings, or are you about to leave?"
I'm afraid we're going to have to leave. And me and my friends, you need not worry about them, really. But there are things we have to do.
She is
Doesn't
like,
mean we won't see each other again.
"I need not worry of them because they are of no threat to me, or because they are of no threat to me." And the second time around, she places her cold albino claws backside against your cheek as she brushes up against them. And like sits beside you in the doorway. Oh, how did you end that last part? I'm sorry.
It doesn't mean we won't be able to see each other again.
Oh, okay. She smiles at that and is like, "I have a feeling that we are going to be seeing a lot of each other soon." Yeah, the hearing in the distance.
He's the one.
Fucking special guest.
Kataros is gonna tilt his head a bit. Oh my gosh, it's just grabbing the dogs. And he goes,
Sorry, I got excited. I gotta grab my dogs.
You know, Kadroth is going to be taking control of the Black Swords. I assume you've talked about that already.
Oh, I see no problem with it. I never wanted to take care of them anyway. So much goes into making sure this place runs smoothly, under the false pretenses that it is still a speaker's care. I don't really quite care for it, but I have my own orders. Some maybe you'll hear about, and hopefully none you won't. You know that everyone upstairs is going to leave as soon as you're done here. And she does start throwing some signs. Gives you a look up as she is close to you. more of a testing you. She has her head unusually close to yours, pushing past what she assumes is your patience and your I want to say personal space.
Kataros is gonna smile at her at this point, and he goes, I have a feeling we both have a long journey ahead of us.
Agitatedly, she agrees. I'm sure we do. And with that, she goes, I hope your travels are just perfect! And she turns you and boots you out of her room to close the door behind you. You're, like, comically kicked out, like thrown in an arc, and you bounce on your ass, sliding on the ice below that sits on the floor until you slide over to the rowboat.
Skip on your way out, skid.
Yeah.
Skip like a stone.
As he's sliding across the ice.
We all walk outside the door at that exact moment. To see what's happening.
Yeah, you make it through the rest of the cistern and return to the front of the carriage. I do want to know if Kataros is. I doubt he would, but would he regale them of his attempts or his goodbyes? I doubt so. But I don't know if he gets yelled at for being dense.
I mean, I already kind of talked to you about Kataros's
Density.
plan.
He doesn't float.
Plan.
Yeah. No, I get you.
He doesn't really care.
All right. With that, Kadroth, who is seen commanding, of course, different guards that have been summoned to him, he waves you guys off before stopping me and being like, Hold. Do you have a map of the Icewind Dale?
Don't we have a map?
Do you guys have a map?
We have at least one.
Okay.
I feel like we have a map, just I don't know how detailed it is.
He asks you to draw it out, and on the map he marks a rumor I've heard. He talks about... Where is it? It is... Tales. The whole... They say the Frost Maiden lives on a misty isle hidden among the bergs of the seas of moving ice. Regardless, there's talk of a strange whale with a boat on its back that swims in those frigid waters. I bet it knows where the island is, and you can catch the whale at Angajuk's Bell, an old anchorage. You must ring the bell by hanging it by the pier to call it. I'm sure I butchered that, but he marks on the map where it is believed that this would be.
All right.
Another settlement needs our help.
I know your ass has been waiting to throw that one out there.
All right, Preston.
Another settlement needs our help. I'll mark it on your map. All right, guys. You guys get moving.
We're moving and schmoving.
All right. I'm moving you guys to the entrance of the care. Is there anything else that you want to try and request, or I just put fucking Tyrael out here. Request or want?
I want Tyrael out here. I guess I'll ask this guy, or not this guy, because yeah, I guess fuck it, why not? I'll ask whoever on our way out if they have any information on the people who died. Basically trying to slay the Frost Maiden.
Oh, Kadroth?
Yeah.
Absolutely none.
Cool.
There are people
He
who
seemed kind of useless.
Yeah. Kadroth does try and say that there are men who have left sent not by the Black Swords but from the care when it was under the control of Chronok Seaver, And these are from the guards who are just working not as cultists, but as guards of the care. I don't know, Kataros, did you tell them about people who worked here prior? Like, people who were working at the care as underneath Kronok, and what happened when the Black Swords descended? Or I guess took power. I should only... I was going to say, Kadroth talks about guards that work here that are not a part of the Black Swords, that talk about people who were sent from here and other towns of the 10 towns to stop her, especially during the first few months, but never came back. So you might see corpses along the way. Kataros, before you leave, Alisar is quick with all of the dogs to surround you. Word has gotten through that you guys are leaving. You took a few minutes to say goodbye to some, and Garrosh's request for the crossbow made it across the guards, like phone line. You know, they're playing. What is it when you play phone? What is it?
You play telephone.
Telephone. Through guard telephone, news of your guys' departure has made it through all barracks, and it's been kind of hyped up. So Alisar and the dogs wish you luck, and he gives you a big hug goodbye. He doesn't wrap all the way, or no, he does. He wraps his arms all the way around you, just barely. And for the first time since you've arrived at the care, something else has provided you with a little warmth before your parting.
We'll give him a big hug and just kind of go, I promise we'll be back for you. Just stay strong with me, okay?
Of course.
And don't let Avarice push you around. I have a feeling she's going to be in a very bad mood.
I'll push her around if anything. Shadow boxing. And the dogs all begin jumping on Kataros.
He says bye to them one by name before heading out.
I know you have it notes somewhere. I'm gonna tease you until you have enough time to find those notes if you did take them. Because you will be...
I
it's
wrote
okay.
down the cat's name. We didn't even see the cat.
It's gonna be on the.
You wrote down the cat's name?
Touche!
You thought it was
Yeah.
funny, that's why. Oh my god. What were their names?
Yeah, I can find them.
It is Frost, Blizzard, Shade, Luna, Echo, and Storm. But all 6 of them pile onto Kataros as he is trying to leave, and he has to do the dog thing where he holds like a few of them out while he's leaving through the door so they don't get out, while Alisar is holding like a few of them by the collar. It's a whole ordeal. Either way, you guys get going. It is time to travel not only from Caer Dineval to Caer Konig, but out of the 10 towns again. For the first time since... Oh, I guess for Kataros, for the first time since the Dark Duchess. For the others, since probably about 2 days ago. Maybe last night. Like...
It's been forever.
All right. Caer
Nice.
Dineval to Caer Konig is 2 hours. And in that time, you guys finally run out of Dusklight. I'm gonna switch us back over because there's no picture for this. Yeah, I'm a fish again. All right. Now that we are leaving Caer Konig and Caer Dineval, it is time to travel. Do we want to do an inventory check before we leave? Because right now you guys are traveling directly north from here. Directly north from Caer Konig for a day, and then you are traveling for a week straight to Angajuk's Bell.
We should buy rations.
It is
Yeah.
2 rations minimum a day. And for the dogs, which are not going to be traveling as fast. That's why it's only...
bought dog food, though, right?
You did. Well, a lot of you have dog food. So if you're taking a week, it is 14 rations per person just to get there. Now, for note,
All right.
you guys can hunt during the night, so you don't need to stock up like you're going to die. But you know that this is going to be a hefty, hefty journey, because you are not only traveling around Kelvin's Cairn, but all the way to Angajuk's Bell with no pause. If you run into any trouble, there is a chance you could make it to Lonelywood, but that is not guaranteed.
Aster would like to buy some extra rations before we leave.
All right. How many? And for note, I do have our rations thing. Rations have gone up. If you're buying from Caer Konig, maybe a little less. If you're buying from Caer Dineval, it might be more.
Aster's gonna try and buy them wherever they're cheaper, but
All right.
I think Caer Konig's gonna be the move because Caer Dineval is going through a little bit of a famine.
yeah.
Feel bad about taking their food.
Yeah.
I also have 5 rations on me, and I don't eat, so...
This is true, but I need to eat.
I need to eat a lot.
Yeah.
And we might as well get a good deal while we can.
So a day of rations.
Everywhere is going through famine.
A day of rations in Caer Dineval is 8 per day's worth. 8 silver pieces.
Oh, shoot,
Uh,
but I
in-
paid.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
In Caer Konig, it is 6. But there
Oh,
is
you
a
got it.
hard limit.
What's the hard limit?
25 in each town.
Total or per person?
Total.
Okay. I don't mind, or actually, I'm paying. If somebody else, I would like to buy the cheaper rations if that's cool.
All right. How many would you like to buy?
I would like to buy 14, just the amount I need.
All right. That's going to be actually, since you are traveling through. Oh my god, I forgot. You guys are traveling. You are buying in Caer Dineval. Is anyone buying in Caer Dineval?
Yeah, I mean, might as well get as much as we can, right?
All right. How many are you buying?
What's left in Caer Dineval?
There's 25 left.
Wait, didn't I just buy 14?
No, you're buying from Caer Konig.
I see.
How many?
I mean, are other people buying rations? What are we planning here?
It's kind of a first come first serve the way that it's been going, but do you guys want to talk it out?
I do still have Charm of Bounty, which will give us quite a bit of food. Because that lets me do create food and water.
Oh, that's pretty helpful.
Great.
I should also note, you guys
be
have
fair,
you guys
we
have an infinite soup.
We have okay.
But that's back at our.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys actually leave it?
Yeah, it's at the end.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Haley, Justin,
to
and
be-
I were talking about that today.
To be fair, I have good berries, so like
True.
we're never gonna starve. It's just gonna suck. Well, you won't die of starvation.
Playing on peaceful versus easy.
Yeah, truly.
So to be fair, whatever rations we do get, we won't die
Right.
because the good berry is enough nutrition for a full day.
I bought 2 weeks of rations. We're good.
I mean,
Alright.
I'll buy whatever's left in Konig then.
2 weeks of
So you
rations
get
is
that.
14, so yeah, there's 11 left.
Yeah, I'll just buy that.
All right, that is 6 6 silver per piece.
Yeah, so I'll pay 66 silver. It's
All
all
right. Kataros, Cyphus, what do you guys want?
Cyphus still has some rations, so.
Okay,
I'm set.
he's all set.
Yeah.
Kataros,
He is going to need, I think, at least 10 more rations, if possible.
all right. So you're paying 80.
Let's put that under Electrum.
All right. You guys ready to take off?
Yeah.
Guess.
I was gonna say I'll take that silence as an unfettered yes.
I guess so.
Oh,
Alright.
I said let's go.
Oh,
Whatever.
No,
okay.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. All right, guys. You leave on the 24th of Eliant. And because there are 7 days, we will do this quick as possible. I'm going to roll behind the scenes to see if you guys encounter anything. And you guys are going to choose what you do during the night. The explore, keep watch, etc. You know how this goes. So our roll for daily encounters in the wild comes to us from this lovely, lovely module. Actually, you know what? There's enough of you, and we've got enough time. I'll roll at the end. Haley,
Yo.
go ahead and roll me a d8.
Okay. If I must. 4.
4. Ooh, okay. You guys are traveling throughout the day, unhindered by the blizzards, thankfully, for today. And you see nothing, almost no encounters. Night falls, and it is time to perform your camping activities. Oh my god, I actually put on the fight music, and I was like, damn, why is this fucking camping going crazy right now? I was like, guys, Jesus Christ, chill out. Intense.
Extreme camping.
Yeah. So, going in order for the first night on the 20... You guys are at the end of the 24th. It is close to 10 or 11 at night now. Cerelia, explore, keep watch, camouflage, hunt and forage, treat wounds, meditate.
Well, I'm assuming that we're gonna do tiny hut every night.
Yeah.
Which means I can't actually leave and go do anything.
I wonder... I'm assuming tiny hut, because it's just a giant circle, you can kind of flavor it. I've seen some people do it as like a tiny camping hut or like a tiny snow globe-esque feature.
Maybe
What
like
is-
an igloo.
Yeah, I don't know. Does she
An
have...
igloo that you can walk through.
Does she have a look for hers that she wants?
Well, I mean, I was just imagining like a sphere, like a hemisphere that's a solid color, because I think that's what it's supposed to look like on the outside.
Someone made this, I guess, on Reddit. Lemon's Tiny Hut by patreon.com D&D David. That's a really smart way to get yourself out there, I guess.
D&D David. Sorry, I shouldn't be promoting him.
No, you're fine. Why wouldn't you?
I know. I don't know. I'm doing a bit.
Oh, okay. But they made this really cute tiny hut that I would like to use, not for our battle map, but for you guys. For
Tiny hut. Yeah, what does it look like? Show.
looks like this.
Give.
I'll show the
Give.
people.
Yeah.
Because
Show the people what they want.
what?
Oh,
yeah.
cute.
It's cute.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. All right. Hell, this looks
Yeah.
awful. I had you guys up on your full sprites in the other on the map for a second. Tiny hut. So I'll put you guys on there, but in the meantime, Cerelia, you, I guess, instead have the option of keep watch, treat wounds, meditate, and pray.
Well, I don't think any of us are injured. I'm not much of a praying person or a meditator, so I guess I can keep watch for a little bit.
Okay.
I still need to take my long rest, but I only have to have 6 hours for a long rest instead of 8, which I think is what
Yeah.
everyone else has to take.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
It's just
literally
one of the
perfectly
benefits
enough
of being a
beds.
robot. Yay, cute.
He produces light. All right. Well, while you're doing that, and we move on to the next person, go ahead and give me perception. Cyphus, explore, keep watch, camouflage, hunt and forage, treat wounds, meditate and pray.
Can I transcribe spell?
You can. What do you want to transcribe?
I will, from the spell book that we found very early on the
Oh yeah,
campaign,
on Kelvin's Cairn.
begin to transcribe a suggestion.
Ooh, okay. I suggest you get some bitches.
Well, apparently we don't need to tell that to Kataros, am I right?
Am I right?
You guys start. You guys do a little handshake in front of him. Haley, how'd you do?
I rolled a 5.
All right. You begin daydreaming. I don't know if you.
Good.
What do you think she would daydream about?
I guess about the people that she's met recently. More like just kind of going over what their interactions were like. And then it trails off, and it's like fighting a monster or something stupid.
I was gonna rip on you. I was gonna be like, we met Ronaldo, and then we met, Imdra Arlagath, and then there was Ronaldo, but after that there was the brothers, the tavern, and then Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
No, but then it's Ronaldo fighting a bear.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, Ronaldo would look really cool fighting a bear. let me
He
imagine
loses
that for a while.
he loses in the dream, but it's still fun.
And he cries, and she's like, yay!
Cyphus, you prepare suggestion. What does his transcribing look like? Are you like sparks coming off your quill, or is it just like words lighting up as you write them? How do you feel like he inscribes?
He's got the spell book next to his tome, and he's got a barbell in his other hand.
Every letter he does a rep.
Yeah, doing sick reps.
For a second, I thought you were gonna be like, he's laying down with like legs in the air as he's writing.
With a glittery gel pen.
Kataros, explore, keep watch, camouflage, hunt and forage, treat wounds, meditate, pray.
Well, he's looking to hear from Mr. Fisto again, so I guess that would be meditate and pray.
Oh yeah, that doesn't. My suggestions are just like things you can do. If you also want to suggest your own, I will 100% allow it. You contact Mephistopheles and he seems agitated at your visage appearing at his side. He's clearly reading a book as you connect with him, and he answers your call with a like, "What could you possibly need?"
Oh, never mind. It leaves.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you
like
catch
taking
him
a
reading
shower.
Something spicy?
I'm on AO3. What do you want?
Got their
slow
favorite
burn, just got to
dress.
the good part. What the hell do you want from me?
The
You
slow
just ruined
burn's
my
just about to
vibes.
start burning.
I'm reading Kataros Avarice fanfiction.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This Cabarrus fic is
writing
getting
it.
really spicy.
He's writing it. It's literally. On
He's
fire.
fuck. He's posting it. All right. What did you want to ask him actually though?
I got their favor like you asked me to. You said you would give me more information.
That's right, I did. Kataros, I've put a lot of work into the build-up. Did my research on that disgusting gemstone, and it's proven quite useful. I wouldn't touch it, but its influence is beyond. What?
Fucking asshole. I wouldn't touch it. It's embedded in his chest.
Clearly its power is untapped, unmanageable. If other devils were to find out about this, I'm sure this would be all the rave. But as many of my compatriots in the Nine Hells may have found out, you can send a lot of people to wield this stuff and gather it in mass, but spreading your power like that, well, it creates holes and vacuums and problems in line. Our enemies scatter to find its use amongst armies, when really its use can be implemented far greater. The gauntlet I seek you to create will harness Chardelin's power and the very weave it attaches to. You will have greater control over the Chardalin than any other being in this plane, and you will use it to further our goals. The others use it to create creatures and beings of destruction, rather than harnessing them into the destructive force that they could be so elegantly crafted to. Surely there are a few pieces out there that I admire, and you will do good to take them for me. You will be rewarded for your acquisitions. As for those rewards, you can find out when you get them. You couldn't possibly have any other questions, could you?
Just one.
Go on, spit it out. What is it?
Why do you care about what the Dwergar do at Icewind Dale?
That's not about the Dwergar, you bumbling fool. It is about who is moving the Dwergar. The master behind those stupidly crude chess pieces is moving far too boldly to not get snapped up. I plan on taking some of his most important pieces. For more than you could ever imagine, this power is not one that I expect you to question when you attain it. How can I word this in a way that your feeble mind will understand? We are going to take their king before they have a chance to get their queen on the board. Do you understand?
Their king? Are you talking about Zordok and the Ice Maiden?
Zordok Sunlight. I'm shocked you've heard his name. I didn't think anyone in the Dale knew of his activities, but maybe these black swords are farther along than I thought them to be on the scale of evolution. Yes, Zordok. We are going to interfere with his plans. Much less the plans of Zordok, more so the plans of his master. Zordok just happens to be in the way. Do you have a problem with that?
Not at all.
I thought not.
But who is this master then? Who are we really up against?
You're pushing your boundaries, Kataros. You forget yourself.
Believe me, my lord, I want to help you in any way I can.
I know you're such a helpful little lad. So I'm going to help you out with a piece of advice. You will know what you need to know when you need to know it. He turns and with his clawed hand, scratches away the visage of himself, almost like he's ending the connection between you guys, cutting it off.
Just fucking hang up on me?
Yeah. All right. While you enjoy the recovering from that, Garrosh, explore, keep watch, camouflage, hunt and forage, treat wounds. I don't think you even need to meditate or pray.
No, not particularly, but I do want to keep myself fit and trained. So I'll do some routines, drills, that sort of thing.
All right. Do you want to do any of the activities, or just do a little stretching?
Oh, no, I practice some sword play,
Okay.
practice dodging, just normal, I'm a fighter training.
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
ranger.
You set up a small, stick punching bag / training
Sure.
dummy.
Training dummies.
And you've been practicing your slashes outside the little hut. I almost said Aster. No, I almost said Caster. Your name is Aster. Aster the Caster. What is it you would like to do? Explore, keep watch, camouflage, hunt and forage, treat wounds, or meditate? I did send this in the talk chat, so I won't say this every time.
I'm gonna hunt and forage.
Huh?
No? I would
Hunted
like
forage?
to hunt and forage.
All right, go for it. Give me a survival check.
That is 12.
Ah. You find nothing on your timeout. You use your expert hearing to try and track down prey, but the winds blow every time you get a sense of where something could be and walk around until you realize you have definitely lost it. And so ends your first night, or so you think. Haley, can you give me a d20?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
4.
4. Ooh, okay. Oh, cool. I can't open these, I guess? I was gonna say, you guys encounter something, but I can't see. Oh, there we go. We'll just use this. Nope, never mind. I guess my maps don't want to work. I think I have...
Don't need them. Get them out of here.
I know. I was gonna say, I'm trying to put down the snow map so that you guys can see them. But you guys encounter a pack of cold light walkers as they descend upon your camp. Aster, you come back to this, actually. You are the last, as Garrosh is already practically ready for this fight. In the dark gloom of winter, the cold light walkers stand out like a beacon. You can see its light long before you discern its form. And as soon as it sees you, or they see you, they come at you guys. Alright. And we will roll for the Cold Light Walkers next week when we have session. So thank you everyone for coming, and I love you guys. If you guys want to play Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, go ahead and fucking check it out at local game stores and online. If you want to watch us next Tuesday, feel free. If you want to watch our VODs, check them out on YouTube. And if you want to watch or see what any of these other motherfuckers are up to, check out the description below. Is there anything that you guys want to say before we end off tonight and go raid people?
Thanks for watching.